the Cooler Empire versus the Grand Cathayan Empire. The Cooler Empire, headed by Umais, and the Lamer Empire, headed by VM Berserk. First unit of note for the Empire army, the Templehof Luminarch, aka the ROR Luminarch of Hysh. Very cool unit. I don't know what the differences between this one and the normal one are off the top of my head, but I believe the aura protection might be it, and of course better stats. Now, the Nev Amnatok, I'm not sure as well. I think the base one has it. Actually, no, I believe just the ROR version has it. I'm sure somebody will correct me in the description or the comments or whatever, or I'll just find out after. No big deal. Nonetheless, cool unit. Obviously has its issues. For those who have played since Warhammer 1, they would know that the Luminarch has... Actually, I'm not sure if it has started that issue in Warhammer 2 or not. I believe it started in Warhammer 2, where the Luminarch would have trouble consistently shooting. There was times where it would load its shot, and then, poof, it would just stop randomly for no reason. Like, hello? And then, there goes that missed opportunity of doing a crap ton of damage to a unit that potentially could have turned the game around for you. But nonetheless, when it does hit, it does incredible amounts of damage. I mean, as you can see right there, 630 AP with 630 AP explosive damage and 855 base AP damage. That's freaking nuts. And it's usually pretty accurate. And there are times where you're like confused as to where the Luminarch was aiming. But usually most of the time it's pretty good at homing in on its target. So I'm interested to see what the application is here for Umai's. The rest of the army, we have an Empire Captain on a Pegasus. We also have a Grey Wizard on a Pegasus. He has the Withering and Melkoths. We have, I believe, 3 Pistoliers, if I'm correct. I think it's just 2, maybe. 2 Pistoliers, and then we have a front line of spears with 3 greatswords. Hell yeah, love me some freaking greatswords. Coolest unit on the Empire roster besides the Steam Tank. For the rest of the army, we have, let's see, just that. Oh, of course, and the General of the Empire on a Pegasus as well. Now, for the Grand Cathay side, oh, I forgot the Empire Knights. They have 3 Empire Knights, I believe. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, bam. For the Grand Cathayan side, we have a vanguard of 2 Peasant Horsemen, which Umais has already spotted 1. And then we have Zhao Ming leading the army with, no surprise, just Dragon's Breath. And of course, he has his, I believe, yeah, Bernie Van Braces, which is a pretty nuts ward save at 25% HP or less, as when he's in his dragon form, and then plus that 8% HP regen, which I feel was kind of a better version of Orion's, but at the same time, Orion's continues to go, while that means only lasts 24 seconds, and it's a one-time use, so, which is it's still incredibly good, nonetheless. But for the rest of the army, we have front line of mostly spears, some peasant archers, pretty much all peasant archers, besides 1 Ironhill gunner. We have an alchemist with Searing Doom and Plague of Rust, and then of course their 2 abilities of the Iron Skin elixir and the Puissance melee attack buff elixir. We have, I believe, 4 Jade Lancers. 1, 2, yeah, 4 Jade Lancers, and of course the 2 Peasant Horsemen that are vanguarded. The Jet Lion, as well, which I haven't seen in action because I've been out of the game for a while. So I'm interested to see how it works. Look at this cute little kitty. Cute little stone kitty. Aww. It's only rocking about 5,000 HP, which is interesting. If that Luminarch, if if that Luminarch gets a shot on it, that could be very dangerous. It is chasing a little too much after it. There's a... Oh, I was wondering why the Luminarch wasn't shooting, but missile mirror. Interesting, yeah. So the jet line has, yeah, a missile mirror bound spell. So while the jet line is chasing it, he can't turn around and shoot at because of that missile mirror. Otherwise, it would do quite a bit of damage to itself. Now, let's get right... Oh, wait, there was one unit I missed. The Astromancer on the Wuxing War Compass, I believe it's called. Which grants 20% power recharge rate, which is pretty nuts. And then I think it grants the Mastery of Elemental Winds. I may be wrong there. Maybe the Astromancer already has that base, but it also comes with the Celestial Comet and Celestial Lightning. So let's get right into it. Right off the start, Peasant Horsemen are being caught by the Empire Captain. Very nice by Umais. It's going to be really big. It's going to be a really nice catch there. Mr. Melkoff's thrown on top of it as well to slow them down while the Pistoliers shoot at them. The Jet Lion is being screened out by the Empire Knights. Oh, is the Temple Hawk going to turn around and shoot at it? Yes, it is. Let's see this shot. Oh, what? Look at that freaking damage. What? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I stated earlier that if it hit it, it's going to do a crap ton of damage, and I was right. My god, half its HP just gone in that one shot. Is it going to hit another one? Is it going to hit another one? Oh, no! The Jet Lion killed before it even touches an enemy. My god, that Jet Lion got deleted off the freaking map. That sucks for Berserk. The Temple House tries to shoot in at Zhao Ming, and then here comes that questionable aim I was talking about. It fires in at the friendly Cav Empire Knights. Wow, that really freaking sucks for Berserk. Oh my god, that poor Jet Lion. I was really excited to see how it would do, but wow, it just got deleted. Some nice skirmishing by Umai, getting some free shots in on the Jade Lancers. Iron Hell Gunners are stationary. Don't really have any good targets at the moment for them. The Zhao Ming is netted. That's another nice shot into Zhao Ming, or rather, it is a nice shot into Zhao Ming. I think I saw one earlier and I missed it. Yeah, I believe there was one and I missed it. So that's two shots in from the Temple Hof, already practically paying for itself by deleting the Jet Lion, a very possibly influential unit, off the field so early. Is that 3 shots? 3 shots into Zhao Ming. Oh my god. What is this thing's value right now? 1,800 freaking value. Jeez, man. That Temple Hof really freaking paid off. A lot more than I expected. Somehow, 12 melee defense, it didn't get hit by either of those attacks. Okay. Huge comment down on these two units, the Greatsword and the Spearman, considering they were bunched up, but Umais noticed it pretty early on and was able to save their units from getting destroyed. He is also going to now notice that he needs to separate them, and he's going to send one after the Spearmen. Oh, actually get on top of these Iron Hell Gunners so he can stop them from shooting. These Peasant Archers are getting a nice crossfire into these Greatswords, doing a pretty substantial damage for what appear to be very low AP missile units. If I can hover over to the correct one. Yeah, only 1 AP. Still doing fairly well. Another bound spell going on top of these Greatswords. Actually hit this time, connected a little bit, knocked off a few models. Nice by the Astromancer. These Peasant Archers are unfortunately being attacked both ways by 2 Spearmen. A Breath of the Dragon, I think it's called. Yeah, Dragon's Breath thrown down on top of these Spearmen. I think it missed, unfortunately. The Temple Hof is still being chased by Zhao Ming. Unfortunately, not able to catch a break. And somehow, Jesus, I hate the Grand Cathay's Dragon's attack animations. I feel like they never hit when they should. They're so janky. And look at that. The Temple Park, I feel like, should have been hit by now at least 2 or 3 times. And it's probably been hit maybe once. Or maybe twice. But still, I feel like it should have been hit a lot more by Zhao Ming. And Zhao Ming... Berserk is putting a lot of effort into try to catching it, and it's just not paying off. But it's nuts. Like 12 melee defense. Come on. But yeah, it's just, to me, I think it's just the Grand Cathay Dragon animations. They're really freaking rough when it comes to attacking other entities, trying to duel other single entities. These Pistoliers are caught up by these Jade Lancers, but the Empire Knights are here to try to save them. There was a comet here, I believe, yeah, thrown down on top of these Empire Knights, which might have done a little bit of damage, but they think the Jade Lancers are still going to end up losing that. Overall, it's a wet noodle contest there for both Cav units. A nice lightning bolt right on top of these great swords. I think a dragon breath on top of these great swords, but I don't think it's going to do a substantial amount of damage. I don't think it has that great of AP. Let me check that really quick. Yeah, 0% AP, so not going to do that much. Great swords don't have that much armor in the first place. I think only 90, 95, but still, that 0% AP, so that's just not going to do a whole lot. Milcost and Withering are on top of these Jade Lancers, trying to get them off the field, and it does actually get them off the field. They are routing now. That's a nice catch by the Empire player. Zhao Ming is just trying to butcher these Empire Dragons, and also finally get this freaking Temple Hof Luminarch off the damn field. Zhao Ming is pissed, and he's furious, and he's gonna show it. That Temple Hof Luminarch is dead. It is gone. But it's paid for itself already. It's done everything it needed to. That Woozing War Compass is also going to be taking a break from the field there, caught up by Spearmen, and that's unfortunate. But I believe both of its bombardments are used. Those that 30% or that 20% power recharge rate from the War Compass would have still come into play, which would have been nice. But oh well, too late. It is gone now, unless it comes back. The Iron Hill Gunners have also been chased, or rather routed off the field. They're being chased by Spearmen, so unless the Grand Cathay player notices and is able to do something about it, that's going to be really unfortunate to lose both Iron Hill Gunners and the Woozing War Compass. Well, Woozing War Compass not as much as the Iron Hill Gunners. The Iron Hill Gunners can put in a lot of work now that compared to the Woozing War Compass, which no longer has anything to provide besides that recharge rate. The Empire Knights are going to come over here, try to break that Astromancer, make sure it doesn't come back. The Empire Captain is also chasing these Peasant Archers. Really good job by Omage, making sure these routing units that could potentially provide a lot of utility to the battlefield are being routed off completely. The General of the Empire is taking a fight that he shouldn't really be taking. I mean, again, the Dragons attack animations can be pretty rough, but it's actually working this time like it should, and he's taking two relatively big health chunks out of him, so Umai is just being a little bit careful. He's sending him down to the Spearmen to get a little help and try to body block a little bit with the Cav units. But unfortunately, yep, the General of the Empire is now tired. There's a Dragon's Breath on top of these Pistoliers. Not going to do a whole lot. They are a scattered formation, so... But nonetheless, they are routing. Yeah, the General of the Empire is just going to have a terrible, terrible time here. He's routing. He might end up dying to Zhao Ming, but let's see here. There are a lot of bodies right here blocking up Zhao Ming, and his attack... Like I said, his movement animation is just really struggling here. He's trying to make his way through. He's trying to attack, but it's just sometimes dueling lords have trouble here. He's just pushing him forward at this point. This General Empire might end up actually escaping. This Grey Wizard is just running amok in the backfield, getting these Jade Lancers off the field, routing them, making sure they stay off the field, which is a nice catch. These Spearmen running away from these other Spearmen, but they're going to turn around and attack them. It's going to be a little bit of wet noodle contest. They are actually already close to routing. 19 leadership. They do have the Empire Knights hitting them in the back, and same with the Grey Wizard, so they might not last too long. Peasant and Long Spearmen aren't known for having a great amount of morale. General of the Empire did actually survive with 131 HP, 31 kills, very nice, 876 value. Good job there, General of the Empire. You did your best. The Spearmen are chasing off some Peasant Archers. Umais needs to bring them back. Those Peasant Archers aren't really worth chasing off that long. But then again, it is just one Spearman unit. So I mean, what's the big deal? He already has a Spearman unit over here, and he has some practically dead great swords. Don't get me wrong. And these Empire Knights are going to be, what is this? Oh, that's a mill cost on top of the Jade Lancers, so that breaks them completely. They're not coming back at all. But neither are these Empire Knights. They have 8 models, and Zhao Ming is close by. So even if they do come back, they'd get instantly terrified. That Empire Captain is also going to be routing off the rest of those Peasant Long Spearmen. Very nice by you. My Spearmen are chasing after these Peasant Long Spearmen to try to get them off the field. But I think Zhao Ming is going to turn around and possibly try to save that, because that is their only infantry unit, I believe. Yep, left on the field. So if they can save that, that could help him not incur that flying unit only penalty, as in he doesn't have to land with Zhao Ming. And he does that. He lands and he terrifies these peasant spearmen. Or rather, these Empire Spearmen. He can possibly finish them off just by himself as well. Empire Captain is exhausted, but he did finally rout off those peasant archers. Very nice. We have some relatively healthy in terms of model count great swords left. They have 75 models. Not a lot of HP 4,000, but 75 models. That's what matters. These spearmen are finally coming back. Pretty much everything on the Empire side is exhausted, I believe. These pistoliers are just... Look at this wet noodle contest over here. Just circling the Astromancer and trying to kill it. 45 HP. Is it eventually going to fall? Yep, there we go. That poor Astromancer is dead. Unfortunate for him. What a cool model. That Wuxing War Compass. But yeah, the rest of the match is going to be focused around this little point here, a bunch of the remnants of the Empire army, and just one lone peasant long spearman, which a Melkoth is going to be thrown on top of. And the Grey Wizard might be able to rout these peasant long spearmen before Zhao Ming is able to do anything about it. Oh, and then they turn around. So let's see. We're gonna fast forward a little bit, because there's some little going back and forth and whatnot. The Empire player and the Grand Cathay player do have to attack. The peasant long spearmen are unfortunately mouth costed again, and I think that might end up breaking them. They're really low at 34 leadership. I mean, they've only routed, I think, maybe once, or twice, so they will have another chance to come back. The Zhao Ming is able to rout off these Empire Spearmen, so that's a nice catch by Zhao Ming. With the balance of power, you'd expect the Empire to win this, right? I mean, the forces are tattered mostly, and there's nothing really here that could deal with Zhao Ming, but it is just Zhao Ming, these peasant long spearmen. Unless they come back, it'll be just him, so I should be able to fast forward this, right? And expect the army losses to kick in. Yeah, those peasant spearmen are breaking, so army losses kick in. Yeah, anytime now. Dragon breath on top of those spearmen, will that save Zhao Ming? He's doing potentially well. That Empire Captain, good on Umaist for taking him out of there, because he could have gotten his butt whooped. But is the raid boss gonna clutch this? He has 175 kills, 2,600 value, which I think he's paid for himself. I can't remember if Zhao Ming is super expensive. I think he's like 2,000, maybe 1,800. I can't. Maybe it's 2,000, 2,100. Because I remember the dragons are fairly expensive. But we'll see. The Grey Wizard is going in there as well. Same with the Empire Captain, charging in with the Pistoliers as well. There's the Dragon Fire on top of those Pistoliers. Going to rout them, I believe. Yep, they're terrified now. The Grey Wizard is also terrified. No good. Is he actually going to freaking clutch this with Zhao Ming? He's taking a little bit of damage there. I'm not sure from what. Maybe from the Great Swords, I guess. Yeah, they do have that substantial AP at 25. Though they only have 32 melee attack. But Zhao Ming is, I believe, yeah, exhausted, which lowers his melee defense a little bit. So, and he is, just a janky little dragon single entity, so he's bound to get attacked a bit, right? And then there's a spearman as well, who also can put a bit of damage in. But oh my god, look at all these units being terrified by freaking Zhao Ming. He is actually a raid boss. My god, will he clutch this? I'm not sure. He still has 2,700 HP. 2,700 HP. Is that thing kicking in or not? He has the 5% ward save. Where's the sound braces? Oh, it's already procced. So he's at his healing cap. So it did proc already. He's at 2,500 HP. He can't heal anymore because of the braces are over. So is 2,400 HP enough to clutch this? Let's see. I mean, the Empire Captain might be able to rear charge him and get a nice hit in. Let's see. These Empire soldiers will not shut up, will they? They are yelling extremely loudly. Let me fast forward a bit, see how this goes. Yeah, he is just taking this. Umai is playing a little bit smart. Of course, he's only giving Zhao Ming one unit to fight at a time, so the rest of them can rest up, and he's not doing massive amounts of splash damage to everything. And only one unit is, being terrified. But the Great Swords are hanging in there. They're blessed by freaking Sigmar, I guess. They have 223 kills, 600 value, and they're just sitting there fighting a ancient dragon, the son of the kid of a literal god. And they're not routing at all. They are kicking this freaking dragon. Like, hey lads, let's say this dragon. I got a big stick. Let me stab at him. Let me poke at him. Let me kick him too. Wow, they are stalwart. They are not routing. Oh my god, I'm so surprised by this. Zhao Ming is... Okay, there we go. Now they finally terror route. But seriously, like the balance of power is barely moving at all. Will Zhao Ming win? I'm kind of questioning this. I mean, the spearman might end up killing him. I'm not entirely sure. I think they will. Because like I said, he is exhausted. He can't get up anymore. Otherwise, he incurs that penalty. So losing that peasant spearman might actually have lost it for Zhao Ming. To be fair, he can't protect him all the time, so if he had that, I'm not sure, man. Let's see. Let's fast forward a little bit more. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, he's whittling down a little bit by the spearman. Okay, yeah, and that goes to the Empire. That was a really, really freaking close game. I really wasn't sure there if Berserk was gonna clutch it out. 370 freaking kills, man. I highlighted it over it, and he was 175 earlier, and now he's at 370 just from that little like few minutes of in gameplay. Excuse me, and he's at 4,000 value. What? Something is a freaking raid boss. Astromancer 600 value, not much. I didn't even see the Alchemist, honestly. I think they got killed early on, and either Berserk forgot about them or something. I don't know. But I like a few minutes into the game and she was gone. I was looking around for her and I could not find her. So that's really rough. And then of course the Jet Lion pick early on. With the Jet Lion early on pick, I expected the match to go a lot smoother in Umai's favor, but that was really, really rocky at the end. Like I really wasn't sure how it was gonna go.